Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing on the deck of a cruise ship at the edge of the world. The ocean stretches endlessly in every direction. The wind howls like a warning. The waves rise and fall like mountains in motion. This is not just water. This is the Drake Passage, a place so dangerous it has swallowed ships, shattered hulls, and tested the limits of human courage. A crossing so legendary that sailors still whisper its name with respect. Some call it the most violent stretch of ocean on Earth. Others call it the final gateway to Antarctica. Today, we sail straight into its heart. Welcome to Travel and Cruise. The Drake Passage lies between the southern tip of South America and the frozen continent of Antarctica, roughly 600 miles wide. It connects two massive oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific, without a single piece of land to slow the water down. No islands, no barriers, no mercy. For centuries, this passage has been feared, respected, and avoided whenever possible. And yet today, modern cruise ships and expedition vessels deliberately cross it, carrying explorers, scientists, and adventurous travelers toward the most remote destination on Earth. But why is the Drake Passage so dangerous? And why do people still risk crossing it? To understand that, we need to understand the journey itself. As a cruise ship leaves Ushuaia, Argentina, the southernmost city in the world, all work begins to change. The coastline fades. The water darkens. The temperature drops. Passengers are told to secure loose items. Crew members prepare stabilizers. Doctors ready motion sickness management, because once the ship enters the Drake Passage, nature takes control. This is where the Southern Ocean flexes its full power. There is a question: why the Drake Passage is so powerful? The Drake Passage exists because Antarctica broke away from South America millions of years ago. That separation allowed a massive ocean current to form the Antarctic Circumpolar Current. This current is the strongest on the planet. It moves more water than all the world's rivers combined. Now imagine funneling that unstoppable force into a narrow gap. That is the Drake Passage, with no land to block it. Wind circles the globe endlessly, building speed and strength. Waves grow taller. Storms become more violent, and currents collide from every direction. This is how waves over 40 feet high are formed, sometimes even higher. Sailors have a name for what happens here. They call it the Drake Shake. It's when the ship begins to roll. Forwards, sideways, up, down. Hallways tilt. Furniture creaks. Plates slide. Even the most seasoned travelers feel it. For some crossings, the Drake is earning the nickname Drake Lake. But when it's angry, there is no hiding. Cruise ships rely on advanced stabilizers, experienced captains, and constant weather monitoring to survive these waters. Yet even today, the Drake Passage reminds us who is in charge. There is the silent threat. The icebergs, waves, and wind aren't the only dangers. Icebergs drift silently into the Drake Passage from Antarctica's ice shelves. Some are small. Others are massive, larger than cities. These floating giants can appear suddenly through fog and storms. Radar helps, but visibility is never guaranteed. A collision with an iceberg can be catastrophic. This is why ships slow down, adjust routes, and sometimes delay crossings entirely. In the Drake Passage, patience saves lives. Let's see the difference between modern cruise ships versus ancient seas. Today's cruise ships are engineering marvels. Reinforced hulls, advanced navigation systems, weather forecasting satellites, highly trained crews. Compared to wooden ships of the past, modern vessels are far safer. Yet despite all that technology, the Drake Passage remains unpredictable. In recent years, even expedition cruise ships have suffered broken windows and injuries during severe storms. The ocean has not changed. Only our tools have. So, why people still cross the Drake? With all this danger, one question remains. Why go? Because beyond the Drake Passage lies Antarctica, a land of ice cliffs, towering glaciers, and untouched wilderness. A place where penguins outnumber people, where silence feels sacred, where the earth feels young again. For travelers, crossing the Drake is not just transportation. It is a rite of passage, a reminder that the journey matters as much as the destination. Here are some fun facts about the Drake Passage. We have few fascinating facts most travelers don't know. The Drake Passage is named after Sir Francis Drake, who never intentionally sailed through it. Winds here are among the strongest sustained winds on Earth. Some waves can reach the height of a 6-story building. The water temperature is near freezing year-round. Many expedition cruises include lectures to prepare passengers, mentally and physically. Knowing these facts doesn't remove the fear, but it adds respect. We will see few travel tips for crossing the Drake. If you ever plan to cross the Drake Passage on a cruise, remember choose a reputable expedition cruise line. Always listen to crew instructions. Secure all loose items in your cabin. Stay hydrated and rest as needed. Focus on the experience, not the discomfort. And most importantly, embrace the adventure. This is not a luxury crossing. This is raw travel. The Drake Passage is not cruel. It is honest. It does not care about your plans, your money, or your schedule. It only responds to physics, wind, and water. And that is exactly why it humbles us. Crossing the Drake reminds us how small we are, and how powerful curiosity can be. It is fear mixed with wonder, danger mixed with discovery. After days of rolling seas, something magical happens. The waves calm. The wind softens, and in the distance ice appears. Glaciers, icebergs, snow-covered mountains. The Drake Passage releases you, and suddenly, every rough moment feels worth it. The Drake Passage is not just the world's deadliest stretch of water. It is a gateway, a threshold between civilization and wilderness, between comfort and courage, between what we know and what still waits to be discovered. Few places on Earth test travelers like this, and fewer still reward them so deeply. If travel is about transformation, then the Drake Passage delivers it in waves. If this journey stirred something inside you, if the ocean still calls your name, and if you believe travel is more than just destinations, subscribe to Travel and Cruise. We explore the world's most extreme journeys, legendary seas, and unforgettable cruise experiences. Until next time, sail smart, stay curious, and respect the ocean. Thanks for watching.